What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Command and Console. My name is Jason. Today is that time of year that we talk about some of my favourite games I've played this year. And this video is not going to be particularly about games that came out exactly in 2025, although I do have quite a few of them in this list. But they're just going to be other games that I played for the first time this year that I loved. And they could be games that have come out 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. It doesn't matter. It could be anything that I've played for the first time this year that I loved. So without further ado, let's get to the games. The first game I would like to talk about in this video is Doom: The Dark Ages. I've spoken about Doom on this channel before, especially the two Doom reboot games, Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, being probably some of the best FPS games ever made, right? And to me, id has made the perfect trilogy, in my opinion, with Doom: The Dark Ages coming out this year. Absolutely bona fidely awesome Doom game. More boots on the ground, more heft, more brutality, and yeah, this game was awesome. It's just so much more kind of methodical kind of way of actually doing the combat. It's nice that they've not just given us a Doom Eternal 2, they've given us something fresh as well, but still, you know, identifiably Doom. What can I say about it? You've got the parry system, that's awesome. You've got all these kind of elements. The shotgun in this game is absolutely wildly awesome. And yeah, you got a Doom guy looking like a bona fide badass, awesome enough with his suit of armour on. Just looks awesome. The star of the show of this game is, of course, the shield saw. You can fling it like Captain America and it will saw into your enemies, and you can pull it back and you can block with it. It's like the whole package in this game. The combat is where it is in this game. It's awesome. Is it as fast paced as Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal? No, but does it give you that awesome, like, oh, get in kind of feeling? It 100% does. This game is just so fun, so exhilarating, and so brutal all at the same time. Mastering the combat is definitely one to get used to, and the game has loads of kind of customizable variables with the game's difficulty, so you can tailor the game to be as hardcore or as simple as you like. You can make the parry window pretty much minuscule, so you've got to be pixel perfect on those parries. There's so much here that I could gush about. The graphics are unbelievable, to the point where, unless you've got ray tracing GPUs in your PCs won't run it. Thankfully, I played it on Xbox Series because it was on Game Pass, hence why I haven't got it physically. But my point is, this game looks amazing, plays amazing, and it kicks all kinds of ass. Welcome back, Doom guy. Welcome back, the Doom Slayer. Doom Dark Ages had to be on this end of year list. The next game is going to be a game that might actually be a fairly contentious one in this video. Please bear in mind that this list is known in no particular order. They could be shuffled any way around. They're just games I love. But this next game, I feel like I'm the biggest fan of this game because no one else liked it, from what I could tell from the internet gaming kind of communities, right? The next game is going to be Avowed. That's right. The first person action RPG by Obsidian Entertainment. It takes place in the universe of Pillars of Eternity, which I haven't played, so maybe I need to rectify that in 2026. This game came out at the absolutely perfect time for me, at the right time, and I delved myself into it. And I did 2 playthroughs. I did a good playthrough and I did an evil playthrough. And I loved every moment of this game. I thought the world was amazing to explore. I really enjoyed the combat. And for the most part, I really liked the story and the characters. They really drove me through this game, this experience. And I really had a great time with it. I thought the game looked awesome as well. I think the graphics were amazing for this title. Like I said, the world was just lush and awesome to explore and run around and do things. And yeah, I just had a great time with this game. I can't really say any more about that. You know, all these things about the game being underwhelming and Skyrim did things better, you know, 15 years ago. I couldn't give a fuck. I couldn't care less about what a game did 15 years ago versus this game. How do I feel about this game? I loved it. I had a great time. And that's all that should matter, right? I'm not comparing apples to oranges when it concerns action RPGs. The quota is, am I having fun? Yes. Did the fun stop? No. Did I go through it twice and have 2 playthroughs? Yes. And did I actually love it probably more the second time through? Double yes. So yeah, what can I say? Avowed. I thought it was fucking awesome. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, that's Avowed. If you saw my PS3 Hidden Gems video, this game is probably not going to be no surprise that it's on my favourites of the list in 2025. I'm talking about Untold Legends Dark Kingdom. When I bought this game, thinking it was a fairly kind of forgotten kind of launch title, or at least a launch window game for the PS3, I was not expecting to be absolutely just in love with what this game does. The back calls it the ultimate next-gen action RPG experience, but for me, it does have light RPG elements, but it's kind of more of a beat 'em up, where you can do magic and you just do massive combos, and it is just so fun. Like, I can't express it, guys, right? You're probably seeing footage on screen. The combat is great fun. The gameplay looks great. For an early PS3 game, this game looks awesome to me, right? Yeah, massive surprise for me this year. I wasn't expecting anything of it, but I really enjoyed my time with this one. So much fun, so awesome. The game looks great. I love the kind of vibe it has, like that kind of like dark fantasy thing going on. And yeah, who'd have thought a game from early PS3 days, probably like 2006, I would argue and say, would be this fun, this good. This is the thing about these kind of games, right? Or just games in general. A good game can stay good forever, you know? And that's the thing about this, is a proof of that. A good game will be good forever. And Untold Legends Dark Kingdom, I keep wanting to call it Untold Stories for some reason. But anyway, I digress there. Yeah, this game, I just had loads of fun with it. I love the combat, the game looks great, the looting was fun, the RPG elements were there, but it calls it an action RPG, but like I said, I felt like it was more of a brawler, more of a beat 'em up with RPG elements. But yeah, that game was awesome. That's Untold Legends Dark Kingdom. The next game is a Super Nintendo beat 'em up, and it might become my favourite beat 'em up ever. I'm talking about the Ninja Warriors. Now, I'm holding up the pseudo sequel, the Ninja Saviors, here, because I don't own Ninja Warriors on Super Nintendo. I discovered Ninja Warriors on Super Nintendo because I've got a flash cartridge with it on it. Basically, I'd rather buy that than pay the £150 that the current version of the PAL release for the SNES actually sells for. So I'm actually thankful for this flash cart. I've never really been a big fan of the beat 'em up scene, the beat 'em up genre, should I say. But after playing Ninja Warriors, I'm on board with all the kind of beat 'em ups. I'd give them all a try, to be honest with you guys, because the Ninja Warriors is so much fun. I had a blast with it. The art design, the pixel art looks amazing. The soundtrack is kick-ass, and the game is so fun to play. So fun to play. It's more of a kind of like a slow-paced beat 'em up, where rather than run across the screen, you're kind of taking a controlled walk right across the screen. The game is awesome. You're seeing footage right now of it. It's so fun. I can't express you how much I love Ninja Warriors this year. Played way too much of it. It's so fun. Even if I fail and I just want to carry on and do it again, maybe play with a different character, because all the characters have really fun kind of ways to play with them, and they're so good. Yeah, Ninja Warriors. I've got the I bought this solely because I didn't know this existed after playing Ninja Warriors, and I had to get this pseudo sequel for that. Not played this yet though, which is weird. But anyway, the Ninja Warriors for the Super Nintendo finds its way on my favourite games of 2025 list. And yeah, I can't recommend it enough, guys. What an awesome beat 'em up. That is the Ninja Warriors. This next game on the list always intrigued me. I saw it on store shelves. I looked up videos of it. It looked really cool. It kind of looked a bit like God of War in its style, but you play as 2 ghost hunters in 19th century New England. I'm talking about a game called Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. Yeah, this game is an over-the-shoulder action game, very story driven, where your two banishers, who are essentially ghost hunters in the 19th century, and you go into this town called New Eden where it's been cursed by ghosts, and you're there to figure out why it's cursed, how to stop the curse, and basically rid the curse from this town. But the story is more deeper than that. It gets more well rooted into the land that you're in, and there's a lot of kind of hauntings to solve and things to do. The combat is really cool in this game because your partner, she becomes your ghost companion. So in combat you can kind of tag team between the two of them, and she has like ghost powers, and obviously Reg McRafe will have kind of like, you can shoot his rifle and use swords and stuff. Yeah. I can't help but express how much I love this game. The story is awesome. The world is cool. The haunting cases, like optional haunting cases, are awesome to solve as well. And there's some really cool kind of deep-rooted story mechanics that affect the story that I don't really want to spoil for people, because this game is worth playing through at least at one time, right? It's so much fun. I loved it. I thought the production was great. More AA games like this, guys, we need it, because the AAA space is bombing right now. But yeah, this game, a great AA title from a AA studio, from a AA publisher, and we need more of this, guys. We really do. That's Banishers Ghosts of New Eden. Number 2 on the list here. I'd be amiss if I didn't add this game to the list. This was going to make the list regardless of what else was going to be on here. And I've spoken about this game ad nauseum. To the point where you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about it. I've spoken about it on stream, I've spoken about it in videos, I'm going to speak about it again because I can't gush over this game enough. Rise of the Ronin. This is an open world samurai game by Team Ninja, the guys behind Nioh, and wow, what a fucking awesome game this is. An open world, awesome to explore, combat that is absolutely kick-ass, and yeah, a parry system that I actually can be good at, which is amazing, right? This game is so much fun. Every activity in this game, this is one of those rare titles where every activity on the open world map is fun to do. So it's the first game in terms of an open world aspect where I actually want to clear the map. I actually want to go and do things and clear the map. Getting into fights is almost fun. The combat encourages you to get into combat because the actual combat mechanics are super fun. You feel so good getting into combat and slaying other samurai and thugs and people like that. It's so enjoyable, and you've got an array of weapons to do that as well. The actual array of disciplines and weapons to master is absolutely unfathomable, and there's some cool stuff. I stick with kind of like dual katanas because it's cool as shit. But there's so much here. There's rifles that have knives on the end. There's spears. There's halberds. There's sabers. There's so much here that you can be stuck in just into the weapon discipline side of things for ages. I've put in like 60 hours. I still haven't finished the story, but just the fact that I've put in 60 hours just based on mostly optional content tells you to me that this game is something else. I absolutely love this game. I can't express how much I love it. And the best thing about this game that I think is that you can collect cats in this game. Cats. There's 100 cats to collect in the game. And my word, when that cat icon comes on screen, I'm gunning for that cat. I've got to get that cat for the collection. But yeah, this game is awesome. I wasn't expecting anything really from it, but yeah, awesome stuff. Rise of the Ronin, definitely tippy top, one of my favourite games of 2025. Rise of the Ronin. Right, this final pick, I'm expecting to see eye rolls. I'm expecting to hear high sighs of doom. I'm expecting to say that my list is rigged when it definitely isn't. So you can't say it's rigged because I don't, this is just how I feel about this last pick. This is going to be the most obvious pick of the whole year for everything and everyone. My favourite game of the year is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This is not a joke. I know I've got the PS5 version sealed, but I played it on Xbox Game Pass. I put 40 hours into this game. The combat is incredible. The soundtrack is masterful. and the general story is beautiful, and you just want to go and see how it plays out. This game is one of a kind, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a while before we get a game of this caliber in terms of action RPGs, turn-based RPGs, and in terms of a studio's first game. Think about that, guys. This game was their first ever game, Sandfall Interactive, and they knocked it out of the park day one. This game is just too engrossing for me to have words to say. It's made me want to explore more turn-based games. That's the big thing. 2, it focuses a lot on dodges and parries. So in essence, I've gotten better at parrying. Now I want to go try out games that focus on parrying, because I used to suck at parrying. So I want to play games like Sekiro, games like that. There's so much to do in this game. The game's huge. Like I said, I've put in 40 hours and I haven't maxed out my characters yet. I haven't found all the cool kind of Picto abilities and powers. I haven't really figured out the meta of the game. I still don't really understand how the kind of like synergy works yet, so I've still got to figure that out. There's loads of things here that I haven't done yet, and this is still my favourite game of the year. There's so much left to do. There's tons of optional bosses. There's so much to do on the world map that I'm just like, I could put in another 40 hours easily into clearing up everything. And I know for a fact that some of this stuff on their world map is going to take me a while to achieve, because some of it has one-shot me. So it's like optional bosses, things to explore, areas I wasn't able to access before that I can access now. There's so much to do in this game, and I'm pretty much like 40 hours in, beat the story, and I've still got shit tons to do. That's what I want from a game. And this game, I got it on PS5, Black Friday sale, 30 quid on PS5. That's the value proposition I'm talking about, guys. £30 from a brand new game that is one of the best games ever made. This will be in the annals of history as one of the greatest games to ever grace any console at any time ever. I can't express how much I fucking love this game. It's absolutely incredible. The music is one of the highlights here for me. The music is absolutely insanely world class. I can't express it enough than there. World class is what I would say with the music. It's unbelievable. And the music, it kind of synergizes with the actual atmosphere, the mood of the actual story, and it makes you feel things you didn't think you could feel, right? You will feel loads of emotion in this game, and that's the great thing about this story as well. It's an emotional story. It's very kind of nuanced, and it will make you feel all the feels. I love this game. I can't rag on about it enough. It's amazing, and yeah, it's my favourite game of the year. It's absolutely wonderful. Expedition 33 is my favourite game of the year. What can I say? It just is. So that is it, guys. Those are my favourite games of 2025, alongside a couple of digital-only titles that I only got to play on Game Pass. Let me know your favourite games in the comments down below. And yeah, I know I joked about this, about eye rolling and people sighing. This game has answered everything we've been asking for when it concerns video games in the modern times. Reasonable asking price, tons of content, no microtransactions, free updates, a good game first rather than money first. But yeah, he wins all the awards because it's absolutely incredible and people lose their shit. So I know I was taking the piss there, but trust me, this game, if you've not played it, please go and check it out. If you're unsure that you like turn-based combat, trust me, I didn't like turn-based combat. I do now. This game is incredible. Yeah, so as always, guys, let me know your thoughts on any of these games in the comments down below. And as always, let's continue to recommend games for your collection.